Pause. This is the millennial pause.
Hi.
Sorry, I had to.
I know.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Aoife.
Hi, I'm Zabel.
So we were talking, and so you're not really a newcomer anymore.
Not really. I mean, I've passed my year anniversary mark, and I'm going into my second year of SCA. I'm a couple months, like 4 months into my second year, but coming into my next big event heavy season, which is the spring.
Yeah. So tell me, like, what are some things that you learned that you would want somebody who's just starting out to know?
Well, I think it really kind of depends on if someone's starting out with a group they know well in the SCA, or if they're kind of by themselves getting to know people. I think the experiences could potentially be very different. I happened to join and joined in obviously a group that had been playing for years, and it was very intimidating me at first because, you know, everybody that I was playing with, since they had been playing, 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And these are some of them very well established in the SCA community and very, they were all kind of jumping in, you included, jumping in hardcore with, the service and everything like that. And I felt very intimidated. Like I had to do that from day one.
Yeah.
And so I think what I would say is whether you're coming into a group like that or coming in by yourself, making new friends, when you see people running events, stewarding events, running a kitchen at a feast, or running retinue, or even just volunteering for a lot of shifts of service, don't feel pressured that you immediately have to do that day one of your SCA experience. It's okay to, I think, spend like your first year or even first couple years just playing and getting used to the game before you start then heavily going in and doing all that volunteer work. But what's been fun is I've now then learned that now that I've started to kind of dip my toe into that side of service, there's a lot of fun things about it that intimidated me at first.
And I understand. I actually had the same thing. I thought because I stepped in and everybody that I had come in and started playing with had been playing for 10 years or so when I first started. And I thought, oh man, like this is what you have to do. And so I'm really glad to hear that you were like, no, it's okay that I'm not jumping in. It's okay that I'm trying all these different things out. I think that's an important message.
Yeah. And I'd say like most recently I just did a more service-based event. It was like my first event that I was more heavily helping rather than just being there to have, it was still a good time, of course, but it was a really positive experience. Like that kind of thought of doing that at an event heavily really kind of, as I mentioned, scared me before because it just sounded like work.
Yeah.
But because I was doing it with friends who were also doing it, and I found a lot of joy in the things that I didn't end up getting joy on. I'm glad I tried it at least once, and now I know what service items that I can do to help events in the community that work with I get anxiety and things like that, but don't overload me, and that way I can still have fun but also help. So I think really the biggest thing is just give it a try. I even if you don't like it, you don't have to do it again, but give it a try.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you out there.